Hello everyone. This is not actually a GATE topic, but I wanted to make a video on this because you will see a lot of videos on YouTube, but I will give you a easiest way to speak good English fluently without giving a lot of time. Actually, when you are preparing for GATE, you will not get a lot of time, but because if you want to improve your English fluency, then you can see the video. So the first thing is, if you are from Bengali medium or Hindi medium, that doesn't mean you will not be able to speak good English in near future, because that is not a rule. This is a myth actually. For my friends, there are a lot of friends who are from their Bengali medium, so they are quite good, and I will say because my own friend, my ex roommate, she is in Canada now, so that is not actually a truth. So it is basically a myth that because I am from a Bengali medium, I won't be able to speak fluently like others. See, I am from Navanalanda. This is the English medium school, but it is not very I'm not going to say that I am from convent school and I used to speak a lot of speak in English in school. No, it wasn't like that. I'm not demeaning in my own school. I am just saying this because we used to write in English. Our all the subjects were in English, and Bengali was another subject. I don't know Hindi because my Hindi really sucks, because I have never there was no subject in Hindi, and I didn't prepare well also. So my Hindi speaking skill sucks actually. So the thing is, now I'm from Navanalanda, so we never used to speak in English in like conversation. I am conversing with a friend. No, that was not the case. So there are some schools like convent school. They are very, very good schools. So they have a head start. Like they have this. When they are conversing with their friends, so they will speak in English. But this is not necessary. This is not a necessary case. Like if and only if kind of case. So no, that is not the case. So I will tell you my story. So I passed out from school, and then I was in college, BTech college, IT. So in IT, I don't remember exactly, first semester there was kind of group discussion or something, where you not exactly group discussion, there was a semester subject where you have to, like English subject, where you have to go to an aisle and you have to speak about something given topic. So I am an extrovert kind of person, but I remember I was literally shaking that day because in front of so many people, and I was like, how can I deliver the things I want to say in front of so many people? So I was literally shaken. I couldn't say anything properly, even though my best friend was sitting next, just opposite to me, and he was cheering like, you can do it, but still I wasn't. So I remember that thing. So it was like a humiliating thing for me, but then I took a step back and I thought, okay, I won't be afraid of public speaking. I will go slowly. I will, like, it's not a day's thing, or like within a day or two I will be able to speak fluent English in front of everyone, won't be scared, nothing like that. It will take time, but it's worth the wait. So now the thing I started doing is, like, I used to watch TV in English from college. So in school, my father used to tell me that learn from English, see English, this news channel and all. I used to get bored. See, even in your school, you will be very much interested in knowing politics and all. It was for me. I am not suggesting that you are also like that. So it was not for me. And the next con for me is that I don't read books. I know that's very, very important, but I don't like reading books. Telegraph paper used to come my home. My father used to tell me to read the telegraph paper and all, but I don't like reading. Honestly, I don't like reading, because reading books plays a key role to your fluency and all, but I never used to read books. In school, like we had some good knowledge because of this is our English medium school, but that is, I told you, that is not the mandatory case that you, if you are from English medium school, you will be speaking very good, or else you are not. So that's not the case. I have already given you an example. My ex roommate, she is in Canada, she speaks fluent better English than me and other friends also. So that is exactly not the case. But there are few books, like motivational books, you will find, which will help you to motivate during your GATE preparation days, or whatever you are preparing for, or if you are not preparing anything. But if you are a person who is a bibliophile, then it's way good than anything. But if you are like me, that don't want to read books and all, then prefer learning from TV. Nowadays we don't watch TV much. We have this digital thing, Prime, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hotstar and all, so we go and watch those things, but we don't watch TV actually. So when I started, I used to watch TV, movies, you can say. When I was little, I used to watch Harry Potter movies, or different kinds of Disney movies. So there used to be subtitles. So you can like now you can, when you are watching this series or movies, whatever you are watching, I will suggest you to watch in English language only. See, I am not telling you to abandon your mother tongue or Hindi or Bollywood, but I will suggest you to, whatever you are learning, if you want to, this is the first thing, if you are keen enough to make your skills better, then I will suggest you to watch whatever you are watching in English only. So this will be a good thing, because if you are reading books, that's also in English, or if you are watching some series or movies or anything, do it only watch those in English. There are a lot of English series and movies you can watch there. Those if you are seeing this Netflix, there will be trending a lot of series, or you can just open and you can see lot variation. Like if you are kind of watching, if you like watching sitcoms, then watch sitcoms, or whatever genre you are like, you have this keen on watching, then do that. So whatever you are doing, do it in English, either books or TV or Netflix. Do it in English language, see it in English language and with subtitles. If you are having problems with understanding, then do this on the subtitle thing, and you will be able to understand. First you will be having problem, but once you are accustomed with this English language, you won't even open the subtitles also. So this is the way to do it. So I am again saying, this will take time, but it is worth the wait, because once you are fluent with English, you will have this confidence in you. So English is not mandatory. See, in GATE there will be hardly 2 questions on English, so you don't have to read lots of books and all, because you won't get time. Apart from doing 10 subjects, I don't think you will get enough time to do a lot of things for English. It will be really easy. You don't have to do extra things for this, because in test series, when you are solving test series like mock tests, in mock test there will be 15 aptitude questions, right? So when you are preparing for mock test, there will be aptitude question, and in this aptitude question 2 or 3 will be from English questions. So while solving this, you will get good edge to your preparation. So you don't have to read books and novels and everything. So if you are preparing for CAT or GRE or anything, then it's necessary. I don't know about those things much, but in GATE you don't have to prepare. I'm just saying this because if you have this affinity towards your improving your speaking skills or public speaking or etc., then you can do all these things. But if you are concentrating whole your time on GATE preparation only, and then if you want to keep yourself updated with society and all, like I'm not saying that English is very mandatory, but if you want to do that, then you can do it later also. I won't, but in free time, like you are not studying 24 hours, right? So if you are studying for like 6 hours and then you have some free time, you can do one thing: read books or TV series or movies. Watch everything in English. So I'm again telling, I'm not telling you to abandon your mother tongue or Bollywood movies, but give this your priority, and then you can once you are very confident about your English, then you can parallelly do see movies from different languages also. So that's it for today's video. If you love watching this, please like the video and tell me also what more you want to see.